guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to tell you all about the brand new Huda Beauty Obsession eyeshadow palettes. There are 4 different palettes in this Obsession collection, and basically what each palette is a mini eyeshadow palette of 9 different shades, and each palette has its own color family. You have your smoky obsessions, you have electric obsessions, you have mauve obsessions, and then warm brown obsessions. The packaging of these palettes is just really efficient in my personal opinion. They are sleek, slim, cardboard casing. They have a magnetic clasp to open and close the palette. On the front of each palette, there's actually a visual of the shades you get inside. Palette to palette, it's a nice way to differentiate because you can tell exactly which colors are in what palette. When you open the palette, you have a mirror on this side and then you have your shades on the other side. All the palettes have a really nice mixture of mattes and shimmers, but the shimmers are really cool because they range from a shimmer sheen to a duochrome to a really intense high glitter metallic foiled finish. So you get a really nice variety of finishes in each palette. The quality of the eyeshadows is great. They're super pigmented. They are easy to blend, easy to apply. You don't really have to work very hard to get a beautiful eye look. And all of the eyeshadows in all the palettes pretty much have the same consistent level of quality, which I applaud Huda Beauty for. This here is the Warm Brown Obsessions palette. It is exactly that. All the shades have a strong, warm, peachy, orange, terracotta undertone to them. There is only one shimmer shade, and the shimmer shade is the gold one in the center, and it's definitely more of a foiled metallic finish shade. It is absolutely beautiful. There's a really good range of light to medium, deeper shades, and they look different. When you blend a bunch of them together, they don't all blend into just one giant shade, which tends to happen with palettes that share a similar tone across all shadows. Next is the Mauve Obsessions. It is primarily mauvey pink undertone shades. There is a slight purple in some of the shades, and in this palette you get 3 shimmer shades and then 6 matte shades. Again, you have the lighter shade for highlighting or a base color, good light to medium to deep shades, and for the shimmer shades, there's one kind of duochrome shimmer metallic shade and then 2 of those extremely foiled pigmented metallic shades. This is the Smoky Obsessions palette, and I'm gonna be real careful here because the black shade shattered on me, and I will get into that in a minute. This palette has the deepest shade range, which would make sense because it's called Smoky Obsessions. It has 5 different high shine glitter metallic foil finished eyeshadows, and the palette in general ranges between cooler to warmer. So this again would really work for everyone. Even if you're someone who likes cooler or warmer tones, this is going to be perfect because it hits all the bases. The last palette is the Electric Obsessions palette. I am so happy she included this palette in her range because there's 9 basically good bright shades. So you can use this kind of as an accessory to the palettes that are in the line or to the eyeshadows that you already own to really amp up your look or add a little bit of color. And it's just a more user-friendly way, I feel. Like it's just visually seems like it would be easier to use brighter colors from this palette. This palette has 3 metallic colors. It has a good selection of kind of more intense jewel tone based eyeshadow colors, which in my opinion, jewel tone based colors are just easier to use, and I feel like they flatter pretty much everybody. You have your reds, yellows, oranges, blues, purples, there's a pink, teal, and a really pretty like peacock green matte shade that is going to look beautiful. I like that she only put 3 shimmer shades and the rest are matte. I personally feel like matte shades are really easy to use and to mix in with other shades and products and colors. This is just a beautiful palette. The shimmer shades, they do apply nicely with a brush, but I would suggest it 3 different ways. If you're going to use a brush, use a denser packing brush or even a flat concealer brush. Just the density of it and the fact that it's not going to soak up the product, it's just going to remain stiff and really press the product down is going to make all the metallic shades a lot more potent. The second way you can use it is a damp brush. So any brush, get the product on your brush, spray it down with a finishing spray or even water, and then put it on your eyes. Drag the brush rather than patting it in. By dragging it, you're really flattening out all the metallic glittery foiled pieces, so you're going to get that super intense finish. The third suggestion for how to use them is use your fingers. I have claws, so it's always a little difficult for me because I can't get a ton of precision. If you don't have that issue, apply these with your fingers and then use a brush along the edges to just clean up and blend everything together. The shades are very soft. So when I received these, the only palette that didn't have a broken shade in it was the Electric Obsessions palette. The black shade in the smoky palette was pretty much just powder pigment all over the entire palette. The Mauve Obsessions, super light metallic shade, busted. And then the Warm Brown Obsessions, the only metallic shade, the center gold one, was also busted. The double-edged sword of this is that the eyeshadows are so pigmented that when they shatter and get onto the other shades, it's actually very difficult to get rid of the broken eyeshadow and to just get the original shade. The matte black, there's no hope. I'm not even going to try to alcohol and fix it. I love that palette, so I'm either going to dump the black or I'm going to get a new one from my store rather than it shipped to me. For the super shimmery metallic shades, they are really, really soft and emollient, so just try pressing it with your finger. That's exactly what I did with mine here, and they just popped right back in. It is annoying because you are wasting product unless you're going to put that on your eyes. All of that being said, would I suggest these palettes? Yes, I think these are great eyeshadow palettes, and for everyone. I think they're perfect if you have a freelance makeup artist kit and you want to just throw these into your kit. You have a great variety of tons of different shades and they're just really compact and easy to work with. If you're a beginner, the fact that there's 9 shades and a variety of different tones makes it just really easy to play around with without getting overwhelmed. And because of the different varieties of undertones as well as deepness of the shades in each palette, you are going to get to create tons of different looks without the looks all looking the same once you've used one palette. That brings me to the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Leave a comment down below for me though, and let me know if you try any of these palettes, what you think, and also let me know what your favorite palette of the moment is. I'm curious / always looking to buy new makeup, so please leave those comments down below. But for now, thank you guys as always so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys soon. Bye guys!